Hi, I'm Nomad Thad, and today we're going to talk about putting a graphic on your window or on the side of your truck. And the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it, so you don't mess it up and have to get another one made. So I had recorded an entire small video of how to put the small Nomad Thad sticker on, and I forgot to hit the record button. There's a lot of valuable information in there, and the information was that you want to use 91% rubbing alcohol to clean all your surfaces, to get any kind of guck or grime off. It's the best way to do it. And also that masking tape is your best friend. That's what you want to use, is some kind of medium tack or heavy stickier tack masking tape. Masking tape is your best friend on applying any of these types of decals. Alright, so our next graphic's right here. It's a lot bigger. We're going to stick it right here. You can see how dirty this sucker is. It needs a lot of good cleaning. You really want to make sure your surface is nice and clean, otherwise it will not stick properly. So soak your rag. Let's give it a nice good scrubbing. Oh, this sucker's dirty. Need to wash the good old Chevy. Flip your rag. See all that dirt came off there? And we'll flip it again another time. That should be good. Now, just like with the top graphic here on the window, we're going to put two little tabs of tape right here. And we're going to eyeball it to see where we want it. Let me tack it here, step back and look. It's a little high. Come down a little bit. Remember, we're just eyeballing it to see where we want it. Let's see if we're evenly spaced. So we'll go to this part of the door, and we got about 6 7/8. See at the bottom of Alaska, we're right at 7.5. So it actually needs to go this way just a little bit if we want it centered, but I may center it between the door handle and here, just so it looks right. So I'm going to bring it a little bit further actually. It all depends on how you want it to sit. So if you like where it's at, you know, keep it there. So I think I'm going to move just to the right a little bit more. See, I like the way it flows a little better, even though it may not be perfectly centered. I like the way it flows, so we're going to go with that. Now, the top of my paper here, we're going to go off that for measurements, but we're also going to go off the tops of these letters to make sure it's where we want it. So we know where we want it, left to right. Now we're going to go off this body line right here, or we can go on the top of this ledge, but I'm going to go with the body line here for the best measurement. So we're going to bring it up to 2 1/4, the top of the Instagram logo, and then we're going to go off the top of the T here. So I'll bring that up to 2 1/4. Then you step back, make sure it looks good. Yep. So now we're level with the body. Take your trusty masking tape again. Put a strip right across the top. Make sure it's nice and on there real good. And we're going to go back over our graphic again to make sure it's stuck to the transfer paper properly. Otherwise, it's going to be a big mess. So we'll go all the way over it again. Make sure it's on there nice and good. It's a little breezy out here today, so that masking tape really helps you anchor your piece in place, especially with the wind being breezy and whatnot. This tape creates a hinge on your graphic to where you have complete control over it and it can't get away from you. Now, instead of taking the backing paper all the way off like we did with the little one, we're going to do this one different. So you'll have complete control over it and won't lose the graphic. Make sure it's on there good. We're going to come up, pull down on that tape hinge, and we're only going to pull off so much. So we're going to go about halfway. Remember, when you pull the backing paper off, take your time pulling off, because sometimes stickers will stick to the back of this, okay? So you want to make sure it's on there, because if this had stuck to this, what we can do is bring that back down, bring it back down like that, and then make sure it's on there really good. That's why we've got to go over this before we take the backing paper off, to make sure that sticker is on there good. So slowly peel that off. We're only going to go halfway. Just like that. We're going to hold the backing paper with our thumb. So we're going to come down, we're going to transfer it to our index finger and thumb, and we're going to use your pinky there to anchor yourself on that metal to hover above the body. So nothing's touching the body yet. We only got half of the sticker exposed. We're going to use our felt side to start it. So we're going to go kind of like a snow shovel. Go at an angle like that. And just slowly work your way down, just like shoveling a yard or mowing a yard, so you don't miss any grass. You want to take your time, go real slow, and only do like half of the squeegee, okay? Or if that. Alright, so we met where our paper, we've met down to our paper here. So we're going to separate. We're going to pull this back. Remember, pull it back very slowly, just a little at a time. And then stop about halfway again. Then hold it again like this to where it's not touching. Let the squeegee make the final touch. And work your way down like that. Now, very slowly, pull the rest of the backing paper off and let this paper just hover like that, but always have your hand under it so it can't get away from you. And slowly work your way down. Now we're at a point where we can just go, whoop, we can just swoop it right down and finish it off. So that's how you do a bigger graphic like that. And then, same as the last one, we'll go over it with the hard side of your squeegee. Really make sure it's on that body. Really make sure it's on there good. Put a lot of pressure on that sucker. Should be good. Now, same as before, it's just more to work with. Take your time taking all this off. Slowly peel it back. So where you don't want to pull like that. You want to have it completely flat against the body. You can almost just put your fingers like that and slowly pull. And just go very slowly and take your time. Just like that. Nice and simple, making sure everything's on there good before you get too far with the transfer tape coming off. Perfect. Bam, it's on there. Now as you can see, I got a little spot there, the center of that A messed up. So what we'll do is, if you have an X-Acto knife, you can pluck him up, just like that, reposition, fix him, bam. So if anything gets out of sorts, the nice thing about this vinyl is, it's designed to come up real easy like that, reposition. But once it's on there for a couple days, it's on there. Professional graphic that you can install yourself. Just remember, your masking tape is your best friend on something like this. I hope you find this video helpful on how to install your own graphics. If you need any graphics yourself, don't hesitate to reach out to me and contact me on anything you might need. If you have any full vehicle wraps, contact me. Something like that I'll usually install myself, part of the price. If you need any other tips or tricks or knowledge on how to do this or removal of said graphics, please reach out to me. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Nomad Thad.